Following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down. Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And if you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Tracy Walker.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Burrow on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Bengals first down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Pulled in at the 24. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 70 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
It's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock take it away.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 70. Bengals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. And he is finally brought down at at the Ravens' 21-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Rosen to throw. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
On for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up
a nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's caught at the 25. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 54 yards. They go play action with Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Bengals 3.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.